All right. I think that's better. All right, you guys can see me. Ooh, hold on. That way you can see the altar a little bit. Just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Capella Sanctuary live stream. I'm going to give it a few so that everybody could come in. Hi, Jason. How are you? How's it going? I hope the camera looks different to me. I look like I'm in a warped environment. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Jason, for the compliment on the hair. Actually, I told you, right? I was a bit bummed because she had to cut off more than what I asked because she's like, we're gonna have to redo the ends here. And I'm like, shit. Because I told you already, because it was getting longer. And I said, yay. Mm. Anyway, at least I have hair. At least I was able to get my hair done and get it trimmed, whatever else. So I'm grateful. It'll grow back. I just gotta go through it again. That's the only thing, right? That's the only thing. So yeah. Um, look who it is. It's Shantae. What's up, Tay? How are you? Thank you for being here. Hold on, I don't know what just fell down there. Mm, I hope it wasn't something that I needed. Anyway, I think what I'll do, because I'm gonna start with the member stuff. I guess if more people who were members come in, I will do their stuff. So I'll get started with you guys while we're waiting for more people to come in here. Um, I'm glad you're here, Shantae. Yay. Um, what was I gonna do? Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with, since you guys are here, um, and see if anybody else comes in. I'll do a thing. So what I'm gonna do, just in case people are kind of lurking around, uh, every now and again, I'm gonna start doing bonus stuff, whether it's a new Capella app um, member or it's one of my recurring members, like the ones who have paid memberships. So um, usually for the paid members and for the Capella Elite and higher, depending on the tier, you either get one bonus or two bonuses a month. The Capella Elite is one bonus during the live a month, and the Interstellar memberships are two bonuses a month during live streams. And then anybody who joins the app who's like new to the Capella community, what I will give them like a welcome gift, right? It's a welcome treat. So during the live. So I'm going to be doing that, and everything is going to be different. The welcome treats for new app members, it's going to be different. The bonuses for those who have those tiers, the paid Capella memberships, it's going to be different every time. So whatever you get today will probably won't be what you get next month or something along those lines. You see what I'm saying? So they tell me what to do with the bonuses and the welcome gifts and things like that. So um, it's not like I'm trying to favor anybody. If like somebody gets like a different deck next week and a different type of reading the next week than they did when you first got your first one or whatever. Anyway, you get the point. Um, it's always guided, okay? And I was going to give the paid Capella members their bonus, and then I heard, oh, for the people who just joined the app, why don't you give them a little welcome gift too? So, Shantae, you're one of them. You got so excited and turned yourself off. So I hope some of the other ones do, but I don't know if they have their notifications on or if they're able to sit in on these things. But It's an incentive if you just join the free mobile app, right? Every now and again, anybody who joins the free mobile app, you know, they'll call me to do like a special something. So, Shantae, since you're here, I'm going to start with you. What I'm hearing is what I heard for the welcome stuff is these are messages of encouragement. This is Holy Spirit and the archangels giving you a message that you really need to hear right now. It's an encouraging message for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the welcome treats. For the bonuses for the paid members, you're going to get something different, and I will tell you what that is after I'm done with the app users, the new app users. So, alrighty. So, Shantae, I'm going to start with you. So we can start getting going on that before I do the collective reading. So here we go. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for highest good. What encouraging message does Shantae need at this time? I heard go for it, and nothing can stop you. I already heard that, you know. Listen closely. Or now is not the time to do this. Like maybe now is not the time to overthink something. I'm getting that, but let's see what they say. I'm hearing a lot, or actually, when they tell me those messages, those are also messages for you, okay? What encouraging message does Shantae really need at this time? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Amen. So it is one more here. Oh, and then after that, I'm going to need help in naming my mascots. Okay. You can probably see some of them right now. Oh, wow. I like this one for you. Expect an overflow of abundance. Listen to me. There's a couple of things here. Okay. Because after we had our conversation and you already know what you're about to do, there's one of two things. Either you will get the financial assistance or something, you know, an overflow of financial abundance here to support that. There's that, or you take the risk and then the support comes in after. But there's also expect an overflow of abundance with what you are choosing to do with your life. Because when you start to align with what is for your highest good, that's when that happens. Okay. At some point, I'm going to talk about what happened earlier today. My son and I went to the fair that the church runs. I used to attend this church. My parents still attend that church. That was the church I grew up in. Um, so what happened was I was guided to take out $60 from the bank account to go to the fair. Me and my son went. My son and I went, and I said, $60, God, really? He said, yeah, take out 60. So I took out 60 and I played skee ball, and they wanted me to pay $10 for 5 games at the skee ball thing, right? This is actually where I got my mascots. Okay. I got my twin unicorns. So you guys are gonna help me name those the little two unicorns here. So I won those, right? And I kept hitting the 5,000 point hole. And everyone, I was like, what's happening? Even my son was saying, Mom, how are you doing that? Even the carney who was there, everybody's looking at like, how is she getting that all the time? But I was drawn to the unicorns, so I took those. I got 2 of them. But anyway, so and then I went to go support the church by buying food tickets because my son and I weren't going to ride any of the rides. It's a very small. It's like more of a carnival than a fair. It's a very small type of fair, you know. So my son were not and I weren't interested in it, but I paid for some stuff for food. I paid some food tickets, and then we were about to go find Julian's funnel cake and then leave, and then my dad finds us because my father is the director of finance for the church. Okay. So my dad has to go deal with the money and all these other things and kind of keep things in check. So he was taking a little break and kind of enjoying walking the grounds, and he ran into us. And so I was about to go And then they also had alligator bites there. And earlier today, no joke, this is the craziest manifestation I've ever experienced in my life. I suddenly got the urge to want to go find alligator meat. Yes, I've eaten alligator meat before and it's good. And I was looking at restaurants and I told my son, let's go to this restaurant and get alligator bites, or whatever. He's like, oh, I don't really feel like it, right? But I had this weird need, this urge to want to eat alligator today. I have a picture of this, by the way. I'm going to post it in the app. I didn't get a chance to do it before I did this live. And lo and behold, we get to the fair and we're walking around. There's a sign that says alligator bites in big red letters. Okay. I did not have to drive to Fort Lauderdale to get my alligator meat. Now, I think there's alligator meat close by, but there's a reason why I'm telling you this story. Okay. This is for everybody. This is not for Shantae, just for Shantae. First of all, I had manifested something. It was like a pre-manifestation is what God was telling me. They already knew what my heart was going to want that day. So they had set everything up way beforehand so that when I had that urge to eat alligator and I went to the fair that day with my son, I was going to get my alligator. I've never experienced anything like this my entire life. Hi, Cody. How are you, Cody? And I'm like, what kind of manifestation was that? But anyway, here's the thing. My dad comes, right? So we're talking and he's like, "Oh, so what are you guys doing now?" And I said, "Well, we're gonna get Julian's funnel cake and just maybe get the alligator bites and then leave. Because, we were gonna ride rides. I already played like a couple of games or whatever. And, it's small. So we were just gonna head back." And dad goes, "Oh, well," he goes, brings his son to the Knights of Columbus stand, right? And I went there to support the church. That was the main reason. And for like Julie and I to kind of have something to do because in Coral Springs, there's nothing to do. Okay. You have to go outside of the city to enjoy something. Most cases. So my dad paid for the funnel cake and he asked me if I wanted one. And my guide said, "Why don't you take advantage? You don't really eat funnel cake, but why don't you enjoy yourself? It's not healthy, but enjoy yourself," right? So my dad paid for both funnel cakes. And then as we were sitting, because my dad wanted to go to the alcohol tent, and we were on this table, we were just talking about things. And my dad was waiting for my mom, and we were going to wait for mom too, but she came much later. And my son and I were like, we had been there for a bit. And we were just going to head home. My dad ended up giving my son the money to go get the alligator bites. So, do you see how this is working? Remember, Chante, when I told you God wants to pay for things for you? This is another example. This happens to me all the time. Okay. So, that could also be an expectant overflow of abundance. Abundance doesn't always have to be about money. All right. The story that I just told you, whoever's listening to this, that is an example, an overflow of abundance. But God was testing me. He said, take out $60. And usually when you go to the fair, that makes sense. You're going to spend some money and stuff like that. And I already had coupons for the entrance fee. So I saved money on that because my dad works for the church. But if you think about the timing, because I wanted to go to the fair earlier, but I was helping my son with something with video editing, right? And I was like, I was getting a little bit antsy. He's like, I want to go to the fair. But God had timed it so that dad would run into us and dad would be generous enough to pay for the rest of the stuff that I was going to pay for at the fair. This is exactly why I teach what I teach, because when you get to that level, things will happen like that to you every single day. Okay? And remember, I had the money for it, but I didn't spend all the money. And you know what I ended up doing instead? I took out a $10 bill from the cash I took out at the ATM at the bank before we got there. And I put a $10 bill in the poor box for the Knights of Columbus. So when God blesses you with that type of abundance, you give it right back. And what money I used was more better for the Knights of Columbus for their poor box. Okay. So not that, it's I'm grateful that my dad would pay for that for us. But what I saw was the money that I put in that Knights of Columbus poor box was going to go towards something better. Okay. And I didn't have any hesitation. And all I saw in that jar or whatever were $1 bills. I'm not saying that there wasn't anything higher, but for what I could see, all there were $1 bills, and I folded up the $10 bill and I put it in the poor box for the Knights of Columbus because I know that was kind of more of a thank you to God for the generosity, for the abundance that I was not expecting from other people. And I said, "Well, you know what? That saved me." It saved me over $30, okay? That didn't come out of my pocket, but I used some of that. Used the $10 to put it for the poor box for the Knights of Columbus. Anyway, this can happen in many ways for you, all right? But either way, expect an overflow. You have to have that mindset. And this could also be an overflow of happiness, peace, tranquility, good luck just coming your way with what I just told you. People just buying things for you or just things magically working out. That's part of the abundance. But there is something about financial stuff here too. You just have to have faith. The bottom of the deck is give them space. Okay. I'm getting you need to give yourself space and you need to make room for the overflow of abundance. Okay. Hi, Shannon. Don't go away. Um, because you need to hear some things. Uh, yes, yeah, you go to a fair, it's going to cost some money, but it is what it is. But for you, Chante, with the give them space card, there is somebody that you need to kind of like back off from, is what I heard. You should know what that means to you. But this is more about you need to make room for the overflow of abundance. It's like you have a closet with a whole bunch of items in there and you want to put a box of shoes in there and there's no room and you're trying to shove the box in the closet where there's a whole bunch of things and the box of shoes doesn't fit. You're going to have to take stuff out of the closet, right? But this is more of you need to make energetic space for the overflow of abundance. Because if you don't have the space, you're jam packed with stress and worry, and I don't know what to do, and you're freaking out about whatever it is you may be freaking out about, or your energies are too low, right? Or there's something health wise where your body's not healthy enough, it's not optimal enough to receive that overflow. Because if you think about an overflow, you can drown in it, you can get inundated, it can knock you over, right? So um expect it because it is coming to you and already have that mentality that it's yours. But the only thing here is you got to make the space for it energetically and physically. This is also meaning that you're going to have to get rid of a lot of possessions. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new is what I'm hearing because it is a new year. So you're being asked to not only make energetic space, okay, do what's necessary to put more of that space to have these amazing things flood into your life, but you're also going to have to make physical space. So there's a strong energy about less is more, and um, you're needing to get rid of things, like literally get rid of things. Okay. Yes. So yeah, like Cody's saying, you have to be able to make more room for it. But a lot of that with the abundance piece does tie into your energy. It also ties into your mindset. Okay. Yeah, I like what Cody said, and more space for more opportunities. Yes, that is excellent. Thank you, Cody, for that. Because there's enough abundance of opportunity too, right? all these people walking through your door, and I know you have a florist shop, so, I mean, there's opportunity with that too, okay? So, it's like it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy, but you're gonna have to make the space. Now, we already talked, so we're gonna find more on how you're gonna get that done, okay? Because you know what God's telling me? He already has it waiting for you. You just don't have the space yet, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and vibrationally. All right? He has it waiting. He's just waiting for you to make a move. He's just waiting for you to clear the closet or clear the house. I'm hearing clearing the house. Okay? Out with the old, in with the new. You got to let that stuff go because it's not part of your future. You're not going to take that stuff with you to your new life. It doesn't make sense. That's old energy. All that old energy's got to go. So you got to make the space within yourself and in your physical life too. And watch all these things just flow in. And again, like I'm glad that Cody brought that up with the opportunities because that's another thing. Okay. And God will make a way for it. Absolutely. So that's what I have for you. I hope that helped you. Um, Jason, where's Jason's card? Because I don't see anybody else here yet. I guess I don't know if one of the new app members comes in um soon, then I'll just like let them know. If I'm in the middle of the collective reading, they're gonna have to wait till the collective reading. All right, so we're gonna do Jason's before I do the collective reading. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal us for highest good for Jason. What are the current energies of his connection with this person? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What are the current energies of the connection with this person? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. One more. Hold on, I just realized this is on repeat. I don't know, can you guys hear the guitar music? Because, oof, I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, you got a message from them. You might not think you're beautiful and have insecurities about your body or image, but I think you are the most beautiful, sexy person I've ever met. And I don't care how you look or dress or if you have scars or stretch marks. Your body is perfect for me, and I will love you the way you are because this is unconditional love. All right. So there's a little bit of self consciousness there. All right. So she's telling you, you know, you don't have to be so insecure about inside, outside, but there's like the body and image here, right? But we already know we're going to be working towards optimizing that, not so that you can look better for them. This is for you. All right. They don't care. She's like, she doesn't care whether you're fit or not. Right. But I mean, you get towards that. That's going to be a huge bonus. But she's not looking for that. Okay. She's not. And if you've seen her with these other people, you got to stop comparing. Alrighty? It's in here. So the unconditional love is there. But maybe that's her higher self talking to you. Whether she's that's these are more like higher stuff cards, higher dimensional cards. But if she's I don't think she's kind of like registering that in the physical. Okay. Because I think she probably knows, but she's trying to get away from the physical appearance of someone. And but deep down inside, she sees your heart more than anything else. That's the most important thing. And I know, like, especially with our counterparts and stuff, we'll all get self-conscious about certain things. I used to do the same thing, right? So it's like, and sometimes you're looking at yourself in the mirror and say, oh, this, and this. It's like the other day I was like looking at like my legs or whatever. I'm like, and then I had to like, why am I doing that? Why am I trying to start pinpointing things, you know? So just know that um she's like saying you're beautiful inside and out. So there's no need to get caught up in that. The only thing is like you get fit, you work on the physical sense because it's for your health. It is to for the overflow of abundance, making that space, right? Clearing out toxins, like getting rid of things that could be affecting your overall health or things like that. And it having more endurance and stamina that also helps with your journey too. And being more healthy, being sick less, that type of thing. It's because you're going to be needing a shit ton of energies when you guys are ready for permanent union. And, you know, there's also the sex piece of this, right? Because you gotta be prepared for that too. So, I mean, but for right now, she's not looking at what you gotta have like a six pack or something like that. It's not what she's looking at. It's funny because I was channeling this message already when I was on my walk earlier this evening. And I'm like, why am I getting something about chiseled abs and things like that? So apparently the energy was coming from you or something. But know that um, she's not worried about that stuff. Okay. So she wants a life with you. Okay. Because the bottom of the deck says, I think about marrying you and leaving the material world behind, but my friends and family keep telling me it's crazy and I need to focus on my career and stability. But I can't stop fantasizing about having a life with you. Your masculine is struggling with traditional and social constructs. They still need to release these cycles and patterns that entrap them from you. Give it more time, and these cycles will end. Okay. This is referring to Hierophant energy with the programming. Okay. She's dealing with other things right now. Oh, look at that. Shantae, you got the boxes from Home Depot yesterday? Look at you. Look at you. Well, keep doing that, Cody. Keep encouraging others with your words. That's always a good thing to do. That's nice, Cody. It's nice that you said those things. You can't hide from that. Yeah, health and energy. I don't care if I have a six pack. Well, you know what, Jason? Because if you end up having one, then that'd be great, right? But again, that's not really the end goal. But if you end up achieving that, that's you're superseding the goal, right? So you're not just thinking, I have to do this because my person wants a six pack. You already know. Okay. You already know. Okay. So I'm shuffling now for the collective reading. I will do the personal readings afterwards. So if you would like to make a donation, if you would like a personal reading at this time, go ahead and mention that in the chat, and Jason will kind of take care of you in a sense. And then I'll go check the chat to see who needs something. And after the collective reading, um, I will do the donation readings. Okay. Alrighty. And then at some point, we got to name my unicorns. Okay. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Plating Sirens, please reveal test for highest good. What is the message we need to know for the coming week? What is our guidance? What are you supporting us with this week, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Plating Sirens? Ascended Masters, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. One more. Oh, that's kind of weird. You see what happened there? That was a subconscious thing. Holy fuck. Did anybody realize I changed the title of this live? Go look at it. And when I was typing it, I saw the Six of Wands. I said, oh. And I was listening to that song on my walk earlier this evening, along with another DJ Khaled song. Like, they told me, go listen to this. And holy crap, I was so revved up, it wasn't even funny. And then the thumbnail of the All I Do Is Win song is entitled Victory. I knew it. I said, God, are you having me retitle the live to say All I Do Is Win? Is that why you're listening, having me listen to that song? Is that why the song that I picked? Because DJ Khaled has that song on Spotify with different thumbnails. And the thumbnail that I was led to was the one that had the word victory on it. And then I said, God, is the Six of Wands going to come out in the live tonight? And you guys saw that I shuffled differently because I was doing the shuffling for one card readings. I usually do the other shuffling like this. Did you notice that? I didn't even know until after I picked the fucking card. Oh my God. They've been blowing me away today. They do this all the time. This is totally the DJ Khaled, all I do is win card, the Six of Wands. You've got all this magic and you're creating all these victories, and it's celebrating what you've been able to accomplish, the battles, the struggles and challenges you've been through, but be getting stronger, getting better at things. Like, you are not allowing yourself to succumb to the difficulties of the world, because you now know that every time you go through a challenge, you're going to persevere. You know that it is temporary. You know that it's supposed to build you, refine you, and grow you. And it also helps you to stay strong through the storm. And it helps you to be that palm tree that I always reference, where you will bend, but you won't break. No matter how many storms you go through, you may lose a palm frond or two, but you won't topple over and you won't snap in half. Okay? That's the energy of the Six of Wands. You go through all of these things, and all of a sudden it's like, finally, I'm in the clearing, and you're coming back from battle. You went through a lot of battles, a lot of challenges, struggles, strife, you name it, a lot of wars, a lot of tension, opposition. Like, what the hell, God? It's like, is this ever going to end? And then you realize, I got to push through this, man. I gotta find the inner strength and just keep going forward. It's like that Till I Collapse song by Eminem. You just gotta freaking find it within you, and like even though you're gonna fall to the floor, but you got to get back. You gotta just keep going. And it comes from here. It doesn't come from outside. It doesn't even come from me. I can coach you into getting to that place, but I can't win the battles for you. I can't fight the fight for you. You do that with God. I just try to get you there, right? So that Six of Wands is, oh my God, man. And I was channeling it on my walk today. I said, Maya, are we going to get the Six of Wands? The Six of Wands is right here. Isn't that fucking awesome? How awesome is that? He does this every time. The archangels do this every time. But again, I changed the title of the live before I started this, and then I was like, "So that's Six of Wands energy." And sure enough, there it is. For some of you, congratulations. You've made the right choice, I'm hearing. You've overcome something that was very challenging. You could have been beating yourself up for something that you did or you didn't do, beating yourself up for not going through with something, beating yourself up, like belittling yourself. I'm hearing self-sabotage. And apparently, for some of you, you stopped doing that. So if you know this is you, congratulations. I'm kind of hearing that if you watch my Archangel Michael letter, the handwritten letter, if you haven't watched it, please go watch that video with the handwritten letter. Okay. I did put a short on it because they wanted me to do it. So I did. And some people were thanking me for it. And maybe that letter did something for you to change, go from the 5 to the 6 and say, "No, I am going to win. I'm not losing at life anymore. I'm winning. All I do is win, win, win no matter what." Right? I'm also hearing the song "I Did It" by DJ Khaled. The guys, just go listen to those songs. It's totally going to change your mood. All right. This is also the "I did it, I did it, I did it." Right here. I did it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. I think that's Panic at the Disco, right? Yeah, somebody's achieved something really great here, or you are about to. Okay. This is an encouraging message for the week. Apparently, some of you are like really coming out of the woods. You're gonna find some sort of clearing here, and you're not gonna be going through the bramble and the brush anymore. Not going to be navigating through those storms and trying to work through your way through barbed wire and thorns and stuff, right? Because now you're getting the trophy. You're getting the pats on the back by the higher realms. You're getting the congratulations. This is you achieving something very significant here. But remember, it's a Six of Wands. There's cause for celebration and kind of like people are going to be like cheering you on. You're going to be recognized for something. Some of you are not going to be put in the spotlight. There's fame here for somebody, there's fortune here for somebody. More people are going to be clamoring around to see you. It's like almost like a celebrity type of energy. Either maybe there's a celebrity watching this right now, that would be crazy, or this could very well be foretelling that somebody here is going to be a celebrity. There's something about your demeanor or how you've been able to overcome so many battles and struggles, and you're a huge inspiration to people, and you are going to be that leader. This is leadership, right? You have such self-confidence and a good, healthy, high self-esteem that people are looking up to you, right? They're recognizing your efforts. They're recognizing how you've gone overcome so many things. And it's like, hey, I'm hearing Hail Caesar. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I heard. You're on that horse with the laurel wreath, and everyone's like, "Hey, man!" They're cheering you on. It's like, clapping for you, congratulating you, whatever. Um, this could even be a promotion at work for some of you. Okay, it could be, it's a leveling up, and you're getting rewarded for it. For some of you, it may, what's it called? It's either a promotion or a raise. For some of you, it's a promotion or a raise. Others of you, I'm hearing exaltation, where you're not in a 9 to 5 job. You're getting a promotion or a raise where God's giving you the promotion and the raise. He's putting you to a higher level to be able to deal with what's coming down the pike, because there's something about you moved along so much. You've ascended so much that now God is going to reward you with what you've been able to overcome, right? You stayed strong through every storm that God had you go through, that you went through, and you stayed strong through the opposition from the enemy, from other people. And God's going to be catapulting you to a higher level here to be an example to others. But there's something about having a larger audience, having more people uh, seek your guidance or work with you or something like that. I'm hearing you've passed a lot of tests, okay? Now there's others of you, you may this may not happen, like, next week or whatever, but there's an encouraging energy here where you can have a lot of this success in your life. You just have to believe in yourself and you just have to keep fighting the good fight, right? And here's the other thing, you have to allow God to fight your battles. If you're dealing with something challenging and it's you're struggling with something, you're having a hard time with people, situations, whatever this is, right? It's a lot of tension. It's a lot of like, I don't like this feeling of just being in this whirlwind of energy and not seeing, the light, or not seeing a clearing, or not seeing any positive, not positive. I'm not seeing, I'm hearing a way out. Is this ever going to end? Right? Is this storm ever going to end? So guys, if you know, when we're dealing with storms, look at the winter storms that we were just seeing. Okay. And if you look at hurricanes, tornadoes, look at that winter storm that was just, it was a long one, but they end, don't they? There has never been in the history of man a never ending cyclone, a never ending hurricane, a never ending blizzard. They all end at some point. It could be short or long. It depends on Mother Nature, right? It depends on God's plan. You can have short storms, you can have long storms, but they all end. And what happens afterwards? Everything is just fine, or the weather gets better, or you see the rainbow, right? Taste the rainbow. No, I'm not endorsed by Skittles, but there's something about Skittles here for somebody. Maybe somebody's eating Skittles, or they like Skittles, or they just saw a Skittles commercial. I don't know what. That just came out my ass. So you're being encouraged to know that you will be victorious in these things, but also remember, these challenges are a part of your journey, okay? We all go through them. Those of you who've been watching reading my posts in my Capella app, I had quite a few things last week. Last week, I got hit with very interesting challenges. And I said, "Oh shit, man. This is a new thing." But I got through them with no issue at all. Well, one of them I had a hard time with for maybe a few hours or part of a day, but then I recouped. I trusted in God. I said, "You know what? No, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. It's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be fine. I know what God's doing in my life. He always comes through. He always fucking comes through." And then I'm in that Six of Wands energy. And then the next day, it's like, oh, look, I accomplished it. Like I beat this, not beat the system, but um, God came through, or I took a big risk and I won. It's like you're gambling and you win all this money, right? I'm hearing something about gambling for football because the football games are tomorrow. So this could even be literally winning a bet. All right. I've never seen that with the Six of Wands, but I'm hearing that. But that's a winning card. Or there's something about winning tomorrow. Something with the number six. What's today's date? The 27th. Tomorrow's the 28th. Oh, tomorrow's Nick Carter's birthday. Uh, happy birthday. Early birthday, Nick Carter. Um, there's something about maybe even something really miraculous or victorious, or something that's going to be greatly achieved is going to happen tomorrow during the NFC Championship and or the AFC. I don't know. I didn't expect to say football, but that's what I'm hearing, right? Because Five of Wands is sports. It is competition. Six of Wands is winning the game. Okay. So again, with the Five of Wands, with the opposition, right? The challenges, the struggles. You found a way to overcome them more seamlessly. You found a way to say to yourself, you know what? Yeah, this is a challenge, but I've gone through all of these other challenges and I beat them all. But then again, the ones that are very difficult, You do your part and say, God, I'm giving this to you. I need you to fight this for me. It's kind of like you're dealing with somebody, right? Let's say with a spouse, and you're arguing with your spouse a lot, and you try to win the argument. Again, 5 of wands, arguments, fighting, being in each other's faces, trying to be right all the time, trying to one up one another, right? Trying to get somebody to see something that they're not seeing, that you keep I mean, God, not bludgeoning. It's more like bludgeoning with words. You keep hounding them for something. There's no compromise, there's no middle ground. No, you have to do this. You have to make it work. And they're like, no, you have to make it work for me. No, you have to make it work for me. And it's like, you guys are just not on the same page, right? This is the energy where it's kind of like taking the high road. It's like a little bit of a 5 of wands to six, it's a 5 of swords to 6 of swords energy. And all of a sudden, what you do is you say, you know what, God, I'm done. I'm putting my hands up in the air and waving them like I just don't care. Like, I'm done. I surrender this to you, God. God, fight this battle for me. It could even be something financial. God, I'm struggling financially. I keep going through these financial challenges, and you try to keep doing it yourself. Oh man, I'm in the hole again. Oh man, I only have this much. Oh man, now I have extra expenses. I gotta work harder. I gotta work 50 hours in a day. And we know there's no 50 hours in a day. I gotta have 50 jobs. I gotta have to be doing all these things to try to get money in when you're not giving it to God. Okay. Hi, Jonathan. I was wondering if you're going to be here. I have something for you, Jonathan, so don't go away, okay? I have to give you your free reading, okay? And don't forget, if you haven't illuminated the thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate that. If you want to share this with people, be like, hey, man, you got to get these messages or whatever. They can watch the playback. They don't need to be sitting on this right now if they don't want to, okay? If you can share this with other people, that would be fantastic. But the thing here is, listen, guys, like, if you guys were those of you who are my Capella app, and if you don't have my free Capella app, I highly recommend, if you feel drawn, but I do recommend that you download that. It's in the description box. I post things there. I share my journey there for a reason. I even am vulnerable with my struggles. I had one last week with my website, okay? I'm not going to go into detail because I wrote all about it, and a lot of you who are here already know what that was. If you want to know what that was and how I overcame that battle, that struggle, I highly recommend that you check my Capella Crew forum post on what the challenge that I had with my business last week, okay? So you guys, a lot of you who are here, you saw what happened. And you kind of saw what happened the next day too, right? And I was being honest because this hurts. This sucks. I spent years building that thing on my own. I had a little bit of help from a friend of mine who I used to be his boss for years ago. And he suddenly came back into my life 7 years later, right the day before I quit my career. Okay. That was timely. And I was like, I'm going to build a website later on. Oh, cool. Well, I'll help you. We kind of did that work together a little bit when we were working for the government. It's like, I'll help you. He didn't pay, I didn't pay him. He didn't want me to pay him for anything. He was just being nice about it. And well, maybe he had an ulterior motive, but I'm not gonna assume. I'm not gonna assume. So he helped me with certain things, but it was short lived. And then the next thing you know, maybe 7 months later, we stopped talking all of a sudden. It was after a Super Bowl. That's kind of weird. I think it was when Tom Brady and the Bucks were going to go to the Super Bowl, and I said something about that, and I said, "No, these people are going to win." And he's like, "No, I don't think they're going to win," and they won anyway. So after the Super Bowl ended, I didn't hear from him ever again, and it's been years since I heard from him. So since then, I've been doing all the web stuff by myself, by myself. But by the grace of God, I'm technologically savvy. I'm gifted with that stuff. So I'm able to figure things out. And sometimes I got to troubleshoot my own things if Wix can't do it, right? Or I try to figure it on my own before I call Wix support. But anyway, the point in me saying this is with the website, right? I was disappointed. I was disheartened because I'm like, oh my God, I can't access it's shut down. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get what I need to keep it running, right? But God's like, well, look what you have here, and this, and this. And I thought to myself, well, God, that is a huge increase in what I need to change for a plan to keep what I have running there, right? Because my website, what I built it, it's scaled for like large business, right? But there's so many components to it. There's a lot of moving pieces on that website. And it has all these functions and things that I need for like the higher plan, right? And God said, well, you've been through this before, haven't you? I need you to trust me. You have to be in the mindset that this is not going to be a challenge for you because I'm making the decision to tell myself, you know what? This is not going to be a challenge for me because if I have faith that now I have to fork over way more money to upkeep my website, right? And I know that like, okay, if this is happening right now, it's happening for a reason. And I went to God and I was like, God, what do I do? He's like, you already know what you need to do. You just need to go do it and know that you will be victorious. And that's what I did. And so I had to pay the higher amount to keep the my website running. And all of a sudden, things started to shift. And God was coming through again, like He always does. I was confident in myself that I was going to overcome that challenge. And it was financial in nature, this one. Now there have been other ones I went through this past week, but I'm going to talk about those at some other point. But the one with my business was significant because I'm like, "Oh my god, this is my livelihood. What am I gonna do now?" I had never been through a challenge like that with my website. It's my business, right? It's the work that I do. But then I realized, well, I've been through way more difficult things, and I came out just fine. It's like my person had said to me in an email, "I'm pretty sure everything's gonna work out." And he's so right, because everything always works out. There will be a victory. There will be a chance for you to have some sort of, congratulatory experience here because, again, just with the storms, they don't, they're not incessant. They come to an end at some point. So when you start to realize that rainbow after the storm is kind of the Six of Wands, and there's rainbow wands here in this card, right? You are going to come out of the struggle. You are going to come out of this darkness. You are going to come out of this battle, whatever it is. But again, remember, when it just gets too tough, it gets to be too much, and it's like I'm not getting ahead. I'm not doing anything. I don't know, God. It's just not working out. You give it to God. You let Him fight your battles. You let Him be side by side with you in that battle, in that war, but you're just gonna be God's giving you the support. The archangels are giving you the support to endure, to keep going, to persevere, to stay strong through the storm, to maintain your center and your inner peace while God and the archangels do the fighting for you. Too many times we think we need to do everything on our own, especially when it seems like things are about to fall apart, things are tanking, challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. Well, you know what? I have to do something about it. I need to go um, outdo myself or overwhelm myself or whatever it is to try to make ends meet, to try to get this to work, to whatever, to get this to end. But the easier way is to allow God to do that for you. Wow, it's all fire. We're still in the energy of the full moon in Leo, guys, and Leo's fire energy. So we have the Three of Wands down here. Your journey. Is this going to manifest? Your journey, the long journey, the road to victory, the road to success, the road to enlightenment, the road to boosting your confidence and your self-esteem and trusting in yourself and believing in yourself and having healthy ego and pride, right? That you can accomplish anything, that nothing can get in your way. Um, this is about you kept going. You didn't rest on your laurels. All I do is win no matter what. No matter what, guys. But you have to have that mentality because it's going to end at some point. But the way that it won't end for you is if you perpetuate it on your own. You don't give a lot of those battles and challenges to God. You try to be the one to fix everything. Because there could be another group of you. Your ego's getting in the way with the Six of Wands. There might be a pride before the fall for somebody because somebody stopped in their tracks. I'm getting a different message now here. Somebody was not choosing for their highest good. Their ego was choosing. Okay? Arrogance. All right? I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm always right. Or like, well, you screwed up, so I'm not going to forgive you. Or you did this and you did that. And like, I wasn't in the wrong or something along those lines. But there's something about you were on a journey and you went backwards. You regressed. You stalled. You got stuck. But you caused yourself to get stuck because your ego kept you from moving forward. Your pride kept you from moving forward. Maybe you already had the pride before the fall. You already had the fall. Maybe you thought you were going to beat the system or you were going to win the game or you were going to come out on top and get what you wanted, and you didn't. There's an energy here that you might have lost something that you thought you were going to win, but it was for a reason. Could have been, yeah, pride and ego got in your way of your journey. It got in your way of manifesting your dreams, of your manifestation abilities. Unhealthy pride and ego does not align with manifesting what you want. It doesn't. It's the opposite. Um, over the rainbow, the road of opportunities. Yeah, look, see, my unicorns have rainbow hair. So that's no coincidence. It's the magic in that, right? I can't forget about my tea, guys. I mean, look at these wands. They're magical wands. Fairy godmother. So there could be some of you where your unhealthy pride and ego got in the way. Maybe you were self-sacrificing too much, or you thought you were going to get ahead with something, but that wasn't the case because you didn't persevere. You didn't continue on your journey. You stopped somewhere and you thought you were done. You thought your journey was done. You thought you thought you didn't have to do any more work because again, oh, well, I did all this stuff. I've been doing this for 3 years. So, I'm done. I've been doing this for 3 years and it hasn't manifested. So, bullshit. I'm not going to do any more work. I'm not going to keep going. I'm not going to continue with my inner work. I'm not going to continue with my coaching, with my teaching, with my working on self, with improving my health. I'm not going to continue working on the projects that I want to work on, the goals that I want to achieve, because I haven't seen it manifest in 3 years. How many time, however length of time this is for you, maybe 3 to 6. Thanks, guys. And then you said no. I'm not seeing the manifestation of something. You get to the top of the cliff and you're like, oh my God, I still have all that to go. Oh, give me a break, man. Where's my stuff? Why isn't it here yet? I've been at this for a long time. I'm not doing any more until I get it. Ooh, whoever this is for, that is really arrogant. That's really vain. They're having me say it. Who are you to say when you are done? Who are you to say that your journey is too long? It is long enough, God? No, I'm not doing any more until I get what my results, right? Because Three of Wands is awaiting results. Where I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. I've been doing this work, or maybe you were doing the work and you stopped doing the work, and God's like, wait, you stopped doing the work because you didn't get what you asked for? You're not seeing the manifestation of what it is? This is also a divine timing card. Okay. Your manifestations will appear in divine timing. It's also patience. Some of you need to work on being more patient for things to come in. Listen to me, man. I've been on my awakening journey. I'm about to approach my ninth year. It actually could be longer than that because I started to realize something beforehand. I've been wishing, right? Trying to manifest, praying, right? Divine timing, awaiting results. Okay, I'm putting in a lot of hard work, God. Where are the results? Where are the ships? The ships coming in, you know? When am I going to get the trophy? When am I going to finally be like, yeah, I did it, right? But here's the thing. You need to tell yourself that you did do it, because if you're the one who did not stop in your tracks, you didn't do an about face, you didn't go home, you didn't regress, you didn't stall, you didn't just stand there just waiting for something else to happen when God told you to keep moving. If you've kept going and you didn't stop, okay, you took breaks, you had rest, you did whatever, but you continued on. You are leveling up to boost your manifestation skills to be able to manifest things that are imaginable to you. You are, see, the thing is, people want to manifest all this stuff, but God's like, He's laughing at you because He's saying, that's it? You're trying to manifest a new house when you want to pay for it, when I want to give you a mansion when somebody else is going to buy the mansion for you? What would you rather have? I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to be a little bit ego and say, well, I make my own money, so I want to buy my own house. I don't want anybody to buy me a house. Whoa. If God sent someone to you to buy you that house when you were praying for it, you sent the prayer and God sent you the person to buy the house for you? Like, how are you going to spit in God's face? That's what they want me to say. When you ask for the blessing, but God gave it to you in a better way. That is for somebody here, because there's very strong ego coming through this all of a sudden. It's like somebody here wants to manifest without God's involvement. You can't do that. You can try, but here's the thing, you're not gonna manifest the best things in life. The things that you think are better for you, there's always something better that you haven't thought of. Trust me, I know. It happened today. And I don't even know what type of manifestation it was, guys, because that fair was already there on Thursday. The allig Wait a minute, did he get there Saturday? I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to my dad because now my guides are telling me that the alligator bites guy may not have been there since the beginning, the first day of the fair. He may have shown up on Saturday. However, I'm pretty sure he was already set up to stay to go there Saturday, and for whatever reason, I suddenly had a want for alligator meat. Either that or my manifestation abilities are fucking through the roof where I'm able to skip time and go in a time machine and shift things in a really quick way to manifest something like that. That's something right there. But again, God always wants something better. And the bigger the manifestation, the longer it's going to take. The hard work will be paid off. But you just got to be patient and just continue on. You can't stop. You can't rest on your laurels, not even for 5 seconds. But this is about your soul here. Your physical body rests, but your soul doesn't, is what I'm hearing. And that's where you're building the spiritual strength, and your soul is preparing yourself for those manifestations, and your physical body gets that. But you're boosting up your manifestation frequency so that you're manifesting amazing shit like I did today. I had no idea. I did not ask God to help to give me the money to go to the fair because I had it. I didn't ask God to have my dad show up or um for somebody to pay for anything. I just took out the money like he said. We went there and we were going around and I paid for a game and I did this and next thing you know, that is when you're that aligned. You're that high vibrational and you're like, I don't need to work my ass off to go get the $60 or be afraid to spend the $60 when I have $60 left in my account when I still gotta pay some other things, right? And I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna be left with like $2 again or something? Right? I'm not worried about that. God said, go take that money out and you just go and I said, okay, God, cool. And I listened and I was obedient. But then I ended up manifesting those things and I didn't even set the intention to manifest what happened today. You see how when you boost your manifestation abilities that it can get to that level? But it takes a long time. This is leveling up, okay? You have to keep going through those different levels to get to Bowser's castle to save the princess. Sure, you can go through the shortcuts through the pipes and shit, but are you really going to be ready for the final battle? Are you going to be ready for the big fight, the big tests before you get your trophy, before you get your victory, before you get the manifestations? And when you start to manifest the way that I've been starting to manifest, which is fucking crazy, you know you're aligned. You didn't see me freaking out, right? I'm not going out there trying to do a million videos on YouTube and trying to like put all this promotion of my stuff onto Google Ads and YouTube and my app and people or whatever the fuck, right? I'm not outdoing myself to try to manifest those things. But what God is showing me is like, look what you're capable of. And you didn't even have to ask for it. You didn't even have to set an intention because God is a million steps ahead of you. He knew, okay, Jess has this much money left in the bank account, but I'm going to tell her to take this out. I know she's going to go with her son to the fair at this time, at this hour, and they're going to be at this station, at this kiosk, at this whatever, at this time and place, this second, and I'm going to make it happen. And she's not going to know. And the most amazing thing, and I give all the God, all the freaking glory because I asked them this morning, God, I want to see something bigger. I want to see something jaw dropping. I thank you for showing this to me every day, but you know what? This was a big, big thing that I asked of God. I'm going to be honest here. I said to God, God, I need you to level it up. I need you to go above and beyond what I've been seeing. I want to see, you've got something else up your sleeve, God. I said, you got to step it up some. I want to see something higher. I want to see something bigger. I told him that. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm talking to God. And he says, he was laughing at me. He goes, all right, you're bold. You did a brave thing. You got some balls on you, Jess. And he's like, okay, well, just wait for it. And he answered me in a very big way. Very, very, very big way. And this even includes I was channeling the Six of Wands. He showed it to me before the card came out. So that was also kind of me with my energies, right? Being in a high vibrational state, me not worrying about like, oh my God, am I going to spend the whole 60 bucks at the fair? Didn't happen. I took more than half of it home. And I said, wow. But the alligator thing, I'm still that right there. And I told God, God, you blow me away. Like brain exploding emoji. That alligator bite thing was the most craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life to this day. And he keeps going above that because every time I see he blows my mind, he can't do anything way more than that. Like that's really shocking enough in itself. Oh, but we're talking about God here. Oh, and I asked him, but the whole alligator bites thing was just beyond me. Your right ear was ringing today after you prayed. Do you remember what you were praying for, Jonathan? So some of you, you got to be honest with yourself with what part of this reading is yours. When it comes to manifestation, guys, you have to be patient. As I said, I've been praying for things. I've been working on things to try to manifest for a very, very, very long time. And I've gotten to the point where just by what God showed me today, He said, oh, Jess, you have no idea what you're about to manifest. I know you've asked for these things, but watch what I'm about to give you. And for some of you, you're about to see those manifestations because you have that mindset now. You didn't stop. You didn't get all pissy at God and huff and puff and cross your arms and say, you know what, God, or whatever, I'm not doing this anymore. Why do I have to wait so long? Why do I have to do all this work? You're not God. You didn't write his divine plan. He did. If it takes you 20 years to manifest it, he's going to say, okay, it's going to take 20 years for you to manifest it, guys. You can't, the patience is a huge problem for people. It's a huge lesson that they seem to have a hard time learning. Or the perseverance to keep going. Even when it's like they're waiting for something. This is a waiting card. But those of you who are aligned, who are in that mindset where, okay, God, I'll wait, right? Like I said, okay, God, I want a new house. And God's like, I heard you. But you're gonna have 10 houses in different countries. Your main place of dwelling is going to be in a mansion, not a house. It's gonna be in the place that you want to live in, the most ideal place that you want to live. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you wait for that? You want to have the greatest love experience you've ever had in your entire life, right? Like a true companion. You want to have the love of a lifetime? You better be what patient to not only align yourself with that energy, but patient for it to come into the physical. Because divine counterpart sacred unions take a long time to manifest. That is a lot of work involved. Guess what's behind the Three of Wands as I'm talking about that? The Lovers. Gemini. Oh, look, the Hangman. Pisces. There's the Gemini Pisces thing again that I keep picking up on. Aren't these cards cute? Look, he's like, he's hanging upside down, he's sticking his tongue at you. He's being playful. Some of you need to be more playful while you're waiting. Hangman is also patience. You're not stuck. Sometimes the stuck part in life where you think you're not going anywhere, you're not manifesting, I must be stuck. I must be doing something wrong. Oh, well, I'm not going to do any more work until I see something because I'm stuck. That's self-imposed stuckness. But here's the thing. God, either you're doing that to yourself because you're not progressing, you're not moving up a level, you're being reluctant to do that. You're giving, letting your pride get in the way. I don't need to do more work. I don't need to level up. I don't need to get to that place to manifest. No, you got to keep chugging along. But there's something here about, oh man, I lost my train of thought because I'm channeling so much. The connection, right? Oh, they had something, but something just came in because they're bombarding me with so many messages. Anyway, you got to keep chugging along, right? And you're saying, no, I don't need to go any further. I don't need to do any more work. I don't need to level up anymore. But who said that, right? The lover's card is an alignment card. Are you aligned with the manifestation of what you want? Are you in the vibration of the manifestation of what you want? Are you alignment with the assignment? God wants to see your heart posture. Are you going to keep going regardless of you seeing anything in the physical? Because what happens is it's like my sign here. You face it till you make it. That's a little bit of Three of Wands energy, is it not? You keep going anyway. And you could be in this for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 60 years. It doesn't matter. If God promised you something, He promised you something. But again, it's in divine timing. And even if it's taking a long time, there's a reason for that. Because He's trying to give you this type of relationship with someone. This is divine union here. It's a true companion. It's the lover's card. Or it could be like a business partnership that's just like it gels so well that you guys make some sort of massive empire from it. But for a majority of you, this is like a love situation with somebody. But it's all about alignment. And even when you get to that alignment, right? God's going to test you to see if you stay aligned. I've been going through the same thing. God's like, "You're good, Jess." But then here comes a test. Here comes a challenge. We can get off of alignment, out of alignment for a little bit. But God's going to see how quickly we get back into alignment with what we know is true for ourselves, with what is for our highest good. This is choosing what is for our highest good. Are we going to continue to choose what is for our highest good? Are we going to continue to choose God first? Choosing ourselves and, following or choosing what we know is right for us. And then if God sees you're able to still stay in alignment through the challenges, even though God knows that you've been going through this for a long time, but how are you going to view it? How are you going to tackle it? How are you going to navigate it? Are you just going to stand there and cross your arms? Well, you know what? I mean, I've been doing good work. Like, I this and I that and blah 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 blah. Like, I should get what I deserve, and I should get it now. I put in a lot of hard work, God. It's been 3 years. It's been 5 years. It's been 6 years. Whatever it is. And the lowest card is a six card. So now we're looking at two sixes. Mm. Anyway, I mean, which route are you going to take? It's just going to come to you while you are moving forward, while you're leveling up. And again, you have to level up to be in alignment with the manifestation of that. But again, it's like you're trying to manifest a house, but God's like, wait, I need you to keep boosting up your levels. I need you to keep increasing the luminosity of your light. I need you to keep increasing the frequency that your vibration is emitting because I want more for you. This is where the patience thing becomes golden because God's getting you to a whole other level, a huge promotion, a huge raise, a huge exaltation, a high frequency, so that you can attract things that you weren't even thinking about. You will manifest things that you didn't even know your heart desired. That's how God works. And some of our heart's desires seem very unattainable, do they not? Like some people are afraid to dream big. The shadow side of Three of Wands is dreaming small. You gotta go. I mean, shit, man. If you look at DJ Khaled, like it's no wonder why he's so successful because he has that mentality. People may think he's like arrogant, but there's a difference where, you know, like if you want to listen to his songs, when he says we the best music, right? But here's the thing. God doesn't want us to go around saying, "Oh, my stuff's always better than yours." Like, I'm gonna be on top and you're gonna be at the bottom. Like, you can't beat me type of thing, or you can't like I get all the trophies, right? It's like there's an energy of like somebody that like to lose, but what God wants to see in our hearts is we're gonna have that healthy ego and say, "No, man, I'm confident in myself and what I do. I just got to keep on with this thing, but I know I'm going to get there. I'm going to be victorious. I am winning at this," right? It's your mindset. But you're also encouraging others to do the same, right? You're not comparing yourself and saying, like, well, yeah, like I'm the best at this and you're all pieces of shit, right? Like you're not going to achieve what I'm going to achieve. You're not going to get that trophy either. It's like somebody here wants to get all the trophies or, okay, I have to bring this up. It's like when you play there nowadays when you play soccer and the losers get trophies too. What is that really teaching anybody? That when you lose at something, when there's a loss or there's a failure, maybe because this could even be failure. Are you expecting some reward from that. It's like, I don't need to do any work, or I don't need to level up. I don't need to have that positive mindset. I'm just gonna do the bare minimum, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get it because I'm entitled. Hmm. I'm hearing it again. I'm just gonna get it because I feel entitled. I've done enough work, God, right? It's like sometimes, when you put in a promotion and you get overlooked. Yeah, you could have put in a lot of work and stuff like that. But if you're not getting the promotion, like, what is the promotion for? For your ego? Or is it for you really want to make a change in the world or in the business or in the team or whatever? Or is it because of the money? There's also something here about, um, again, rejection is protection, right? Okay, you don't get the promotion. Are you going to say, oh, well, screw that. I'm not going to do any more work. I'm not going to keep going above and beyond. I got caught in this myself when I was in the 9 to 5 world. Every time I would get rejected for a promotion and shit, it used to piss me off because I would do things that nobody ever did. I would go above and beyond. I would stay extra hours and all these things. But here was the thing. Was I really doing that for myself, or was I just really doing that because I just really wanted that promotion real bad? Because probably subconsciously, yes, there was money involved, and I was already making a six-figure salary. So it's like, let me keep getting higher in the six-figure salary, whatever, right? Sure, it's nice to have that type of money, but there was also where I felt like I had to prove myself to people because I had such a hard time with people believing in myself and my work. But here was the thing. This was that reading that I did in my blocking reading with the spin the wheel reading, guys. If you haven't watched my latest YouTube video, I highly recommend you watch it because some of that has to do with this. When I was trying to seek out my worth and my validation outside of myself, instead of telling myself, I don't need no fucking promotion to prove to people that I'm a badass, that I'm brilliant, that I am exceptional at what I do. I don't. I have to believe that about myself. And that's why I talk about DJ Khaled. He's like, yeah, he's doing that because he's boosting himself up and the people around him. And he's also encouraging other people to do the same. But when you go around trying to be selfish or something and you're thinking that, it's got to be you all the time or you're the only one who can make anything happen, that's not the case. Where's God in all this? And I'll be completely honest, man, because in my 9 to 5 job, especially once the I was going through the divorce, now the divorce is finalized, I started to like really pull away from God then. Not atheist thing, but I stopped praying and I just stopped acknowledging him. And that's really when things start to fall apart. God says like, "Okay, you don't need me anymore." He knew I was frustrated. I was angry. I was like, what is happening here?" You know? Like, why am I not get rewarding for this? Like, I mean, I really was trying to, you know, do innovative things to make things easier to do at my job or to, um, I love the challenge. My moon's in Aquarius. That's a big innovation right there. And I was like, well, where's the victory? Where's everyone cheering me on for this? Where's the reward? Then they say, "Oh, sorry, Jess," or somebody would sabotage my work, or the last job that I had, dude, it taught me some things though. I built something from the ground up that nobody thought I was able to do, and I did not have the skill set to do it when I got the job. My job role changed all of a sudden because somebody left and I was their backup and they left it to me. And then the government wanted something built and I learned certain things and I built some system on my own. I had a little bit of help from another contractor and it was fucking awesome. And I remember presenting it the day of my masculine's birthday and everyone was freaking impressed. Everybody. They're like, Jess, how did you figure that out? How did you build that? You don't have that in your resume. You've never done any work. You didn't have that skill set, and they were all like dumbfounded. And then later on, I had launched it. It was ready to go, and then they put a big shit on it. And then they said, you know what? We're not going to use it. We're actually going to go with a government employee. And in so many words are like he kind of took your work and made something else. And then when we found out what it was, everybody else was like, oh my God, Jess, that is nothing like what you built. Listen, to me at that time, that was the biggest slap in the face of my entire life. It really was. My heart sank through the floor that day when I got that news. And then I got mad. And I don't get mad people, but dude, when Jess gets pissed, like the Leo comes out, and I'm Puerto Rican too. So when you put that together, that's like a nuclear bomb. Okay. Fuck that. I didn't know where that anger came from. And I think God is telling me right now is frustration because stuff like this happened to me a lot. Right. I was not recognized. And then all of a sudden, that was just the icing on the cake. I spent 6 months on that thing. And I stayed till like midnight sometimes in that facility when I didn't have my son to really put in the work. And then I ran into problems and I was trying to meet deadlines and things. I was the only one programming the whole thing, building the whole thing, with the exception of the other contractor there, but he wasn't really doing the majority of the work. I mean, he was helping me. I'm grateful for that, but nobody else could help me because nobody else in that division had that skill set. So neither did I, but I figured it out. And you know what? I'm saying the story because this ties into this, guys. I'm utilizing my experiences as an example for all of you. And I said, well, fuck this. I'm not going to do anything else for anybody else. I'm going to stop going above and beyond. I'm going to stop being innovative. I'm going to stop being just in the sense where uh, I create things and I do things that nobody else can think of. And I shot my own self down in the process. And then I started to think to myself, wow, I must be stupid. Like, nobody appreciates the work that I did. Nobody sees the value in it. And I had some colleagues tell me, wow, Jess, that was fucked up. It's happened to me many times. Many times. And I remember telling one of my former team leads, and I was so mad. And she said, you know what? She was very wise and said to me, I know that sucks, Jess, but look at what you were able to accomplish. She told me, I'm incredibly impressed, along with other people. She was the one who hired me for the job, but she got moved to another division. And she goes, I didn't hire you for that. So that to me tells you how exceptional of an employee you are. I've never seen anybody do something like that in the time frame given. because people will learn things and then they'll be able to build it. But for me, in 6 months, I did everything in one shot. And she says, "You are special." That is very rare for somebody to do. And she's like, "It's brilliant what you did." And that's what she needed. I needed to hear that because she was trying to get me to see it from a different perspective. And then, I was ashamed too because then I was afraid of what people were going to say. Oh, well, they didn't go with Jess's project with her system. I can't say what it is because it's classified. Um, they went with her, they didn't go with her stuff. Something must have gone wrong, or she messed up somewhere, or her stuff wasn't good enough. And I was afraid that my reputation was gonna be tarnished, but I don't know, I think my reputation already in that job was already kind of, like, fucked up anyway because people were already assuming things. And part of that had to do with my appearance too, but that's a whole other story. But I had to do some self-reflection, and I had to listen to what my old mentor told me and at the time, and I said to myself, she's like, "You can't just stop in your tracks, Jess." I had to learn how to choose what was for my highest good. This is also my thoughts too, because that's Gemini energy. Am I going to self sabotage? Am I going to allow this to denigrate myself, to cause myself to feel less worthy, to feel like I'm a piece of shit, that I can't, like, no matter what I do, nobody's going to recognize it, which determines my value? That's bullshit. And that's when everything started to happen. Right before the pandemic started, I was getting these messages to quit, 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 and quit. Because God was like, I have something better for you. And I finally left after we had to go back to work in like July of 2020. And then I got the wake up call and they said, Jess, you got to put in your 2 weeks. And my last day was July 31st, 2022, I believe. And that's when that person came in to help me with my website, ironically enough. And that was the end of that. And God says, you're done here. But all of that had to happen to get me to not only teach this to you guys, but to get me to realize that it doesn't matter whether somebody stole some of my work and created. And look, I'm going to be honest, based on my opinion and based on the work, the thing that I created, the person who tried to copy mine, it just didn't work the same. I will say other people would say, "Oh my God, Jess, it does not compare to yours. That's a piece of shit what they did." And like, why would they give it to the government? There was always a joke about government programmers and shit. Like they're like the shittiest people and things like that, but they're not. Not all of them, but usually they leave that tech stuff to the contractors, right? Which is what I was then. And I said, you know what? I got to let it go. It honestly took me a bit to let that go. But it also was a huge lesson for me to learn and say, you know what? I am damn good at what I do, but I give that to God. I give God all the glory. I can't have that success, that victory without God. He gave me the talent, He gave me the skill set, right? To be able to do those things. I'm exceptionally grateful for that, that I have that type of ability because a lot of people don't. But God gave that to me for a reason. But it's also part of my lesson learning to get me to realize, like, you know what, Jess, like, you know what you're capable of. You don't need anybody to tell you that. You don't need a promotion. You don't need a degree. You don't need the trophy. You don't need the certificate. You don't need the bonus or whatever. You don't need that because I already have it. I've always had it because God gave it to me. God is the trophy. He's the certificate. He is the bonus. All right. I get to see these things in a different light, and it gives me that wisdom so that where I'm in now, it's helped me to not give up on what I'm doing. Because as you know, people who have YouTube channels and they're not getting the views and the subscribers and things, what do? They quit. My channel used to be blowing up for quite a few months. That was another huge test when it just almost flatlined, which went with the business. The business got slow. What am I going to do? Because I'm not seeing the victory, because I'm not seeing the success, am I gonna stop in my tracks? Because it's been so long, right? And I started my business, I had it made official in June of 2020, like 2 days after my birthday. Yeah. I didn't launch my website until November 11th of 2020. I didn't start my YouTube channel until March of 2021, right? And here we are, 2024. And everything went great for my YouTube channel, my business, and everything else. And it's like, oh my God, it's working. And then it just went like hangman, like nothing's happening. Like there's a pause. The pause and the stuck times, guys, is to get us to do some self reflection and really be enlightened and better understand why we're in the stuck energy, the stuck pause energy. It's supposed to get us to reflect, to recalibrate, to rest. Winter season is a time of rest and recalibration, right? Hibernation. Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. God's telling me every winter is when things would get into slow mode. And then once spring came along, it would change. So take this time to really understand what you are learning here. And you're continuing on with what you're needing to do. And when you're going through those struggles and those battles and things, especially if it's financial in nature, you're not panicking and saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to work 50 million hours to make up for lost time, to make more money. And I did that too, guys. I'm a single mom and I wanted to preserve my PTO and make sure I would go on my son's field trips and make sure I could be home if Julian got sick and God knows, go on vacation, right? And sometimes I'd work a little bit extra to have a little bit of extra money. But what was I really doing that for? Because I wasn't trusting that God was going to provide, hands down, right? But we all get caught up in that mess because we're programmed to think that way. So that whole thing in all of my 20 years of that career led me to where I'm at now so that I don't give up on what I'm doing. That because after all these years since starting my business, it's not where I thought it was gonna be. It's helping me to realize that I don't need outside shit to determine that my business is successful, that I am successful, right? I've accomplished a great deal. I've achieved a whole lot. I've changed tremendously. I have attained a tremendous amount of peace and tranquility in my life. And there's barely any stress. It may come for a day or a little bit or something, but I know how to mitigate it. I know how to kick it in the ass and get back to center, get back into alignment, right? Because I've worked that hard all these years to build that relationship with God because I can't do this stuff without God. I'm able to keep going, to persevere, and to keep leveling up, moving forward because I'm always asking God to give me the strength to continue on and to help me to use discernment and to have me maintain my faith to keep doing what I'm doing and to trust that it will arrive in divine timing, that it is going to come my way. It will be there when God says it's ready, and it's going to come in a way I'm not expecting. It never does, guys. It never does. And God is having these magical things in my life happen because He's trying to get me to remember just, you didn't even ask for that? Look what I just gave you. You see what I mean? And He's been having me rest to make the space, the energetic space. You can't be Energizer Bunny because your bunnies are going to run out. Your batteries are going to run out. And then your system doesn't work anymore. Your vibration tanks. You can't manifest big things, amazing things when your energy is depleted. It's an energetic mismatch, right? Man, there was something else I was going to say. And it escaped me. Anyway, but for somebody here, get ready. Something's about to manifest. You successfully completed that long journey. You've reached the level that you need to reach for this manifestation to happen. And for some of you, you're manifesting this connection. Hi, Yashi, how are you? Dream more, big more. Okay, thank you, Cody, because I said, God, what were you trying to get me to say? This is dreaming small. Dream big, okay? You want to have the mansion with the yacht and the jet skis and the 10 houses in different areas of the world, or a house on a cliff, or like on a Greek island, or on have a log cabin. I don't know, have your own ski resort, whatever. Have money to travel the world, go on cruises. Um, you want financial freedom, but or you want to build something for your business, like all these things, okay? You have the dream, you have the vision, and you keep yourself locked on that vision. You may not know how you're going to get there. You may not know how it's going to manifest. You may not know, like, let's say with the mansion thing. Okay, God, that's a big thing. How is that even going to happen? Building your own homeless shelter or something for somebody here, a farm. I don't know. You see it in your mind's eye. You've been getting dreams about it or whatever, and you're trying to figure out, how is that even going to happen, God? How am I going to get there? You let God figure that out for you. What you need to do is do your work necessary, because here's the thing. You may think that you need to do it your way by getting a degree or getting a certification or getting the resources and the money and the skills and the tools. There's something involved with skills and stuff, right? But God's going to send you the people or the resources or whatever to just make it happen for you, where you're not all involved in it, right? Because God's got a big hand in it. And that's why we're not programmed to allow God to work those things in for us. But again, there is somebody here where that divine union is about to manifest. It's getting closer. It could be 3 days, 3 to 6 days, 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 months. There's something about March. There's something about June. I'm getting 3, 6. June, part of Gemini season is in June. Part of Pisces season, this is Pisces, is March. So hear me out. I'm getting March 6th and June 3rd. That is a huge message for somebody, what I just said. Because again, you can't make it up with these cards. Because I said March, part of March is in Pisces season, part of June is in Gemini season. Okay? You can't make that shit up. I was not expecting that until I just channeled that. I'm trying to process it. There is, again, this keeps coming up, the Gemini Pisces dynamic, meaning one person is Pisces and the other person is Gemini. All right. Okay. Jonathan, where are you? Are you still here? Yeah, or between March to June. There's another thing. So, yeah, whatever your intuition is saying, getting from that, guys, you trust in that. Yes, we're getting closer to spring, guys. It's gonna get here before we know it. It's gonna be Christmas again soon at some point. Okay, so before I do the pull some of the other cards for the collective, I'm going to do Jonathan. So Jonathan, I don't know if you saw my note on the app. Um, I'm gonna pull an encouragement card for you. Okay. So if you guys are just hanging around, my guides want me to do Jonathan's um, encouragement message before I pull the oracle cards. You know what, guys? This could also be encouraging for you too. Don't think it's just for Jonathan, because usually when people are getting readings on here, other people benefit from it, and that's pretty huge. Okay, so if you feel drawn, you feel led to get um, a reading, a personal one, by all means, check the menu in the description box and let me know what reading you would like. And I would be more than happy to do your reading for you. And may that donation be returned to you 1,000-fold. All right, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What encouraging message does Jonathan need to hear at this time? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, Descendant Masters, Jesus, Mary, Mother Mary, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Yeah, so that whole story about my job, guys, I was not expecting to tell you guys that, but that was for a reason, because I had to do a lot of reflecting on that period of my life, and it makes a lot more sense to me now. Have some compassion, Jonathan. But I'm thinking it's having some compassion for yourself. You do need to kind of work more on your feminine energies while better understanding people and where they're coming from. Okay? I'm hearing like kind of take your ego out of it. But there's also, you need to be gentle with yourself, love yourself more. You're being too hard on yourself. Okay? Well, yeah, Cody, you're going to keep getting signs from you about your person. That's never going to end, right? So, Jonathan, I'm hearing take it easy. Okay? You got to take it easy. I think you're not sleeping very well. You're having a really hard time with, you know what? We both know what it is. Your guides are telling you you need some additional assistance. Either you need to pray more or you need some human help or something like that. Um, I'm feeling it very strong. You're being too hard on yourself, but you're also needing to really learn to have compassion for other people, to include that person that's on your mind right now. Look what's underneath. I told you, it's be understanding. You have to try to look at some situation through another person's lens. through another person's perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. There is some energy about the ego kicking in here, and that's not to be insulting. It's just the divine truth, and that's all I channel here. But there's something where you really got to work on your feminine energies here. It's way out of whack with in comparison to your masculine energies. Okay, there's got to be some equilibrium there. um, this is you seeing somebody or a situation or whatever through the eyes of God. All right, you're being highly, highly encouraged to do this. Okay, because it's going to put a lot more perspective on something for you. That's a good thing, Cody. Where you see the signs in unexpected times. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Um, it's always good to get the bigger picture of the situation. It helps us to better understand things in life to where we're not putting logic into it or overthinking, right? So, Jonathan, that is welcome, your welcome treat there. So, thanks for stopping by, but I pray that you can stay around for the rest of this. But again, like you work those feminine energies out, Jonathan. You're gonna sleep better. You're gonna feel a lot more at peace. Okay. But there's quite a bit of work that you need to do. I'm hearing heart chakra work because that compassion energy deals with when you don't have compassion and you're not understanding. That's kind of like the Queen of Cups in the reverse. That is when that is a huge indicator that your heart chakra is dark. It needs to be cleared, like really cleared. Okay, I do recommend that you do some chakra healing work on that to help you with this and to work on obliterating the blocks that are blocking your heart chakra. And there might be other chakras that are blocked. Okay. Yeah, see, Jonathan, you don't have to be so hard on yourself, hon. Don't do that. Okay. You're doing the best you can. You know, I'm not sure if you did something or you feel like it's like you feel like you're not worthy enough or something happened in your past. I'm hearing an accident, like something happened and you feel like really shitty about it or something. I'm hearing a big sense of guilt. My dear Jonathan, I'm feeling it from you. I do highly recommend that you start kind of working towards that. Um, I'm hearing a ripple effect. I'm hearing a snowball effect too. There's something that's going to gain momentum, but not in the way that's going to be beneficial for you. Okay. And I know it's not easy. Okay. I was hard on myself for more than half my life. And sometimes it creeps in every now and again. But again, it's be good to yourself. All right. Start treating yourself better. Start talking to yourself better. Stop sabotage. Stop self-sabotaging and thinking negative thoughts. Okay. You got to work on a lot of things, and that's okay because we all do, right? Yeah. See, it comes from years of doing law enforcement work. I can imagine that. But even though you do that work, Jonathan, there is a way to keep yourself from doing that. There is. Yeah, we all find those moments, guys. It's okay. Okay? It's okay to be in those moments. It's just when you perpetuate it, and then it goes on for hours and for days and for weeks and for months and for years. That's when it gets unhealthy. Okay? That's when it gets unhealthy. So let's see what the archangels want to say. Oh, wow. I love it when this happens. Archangel Raguel, peace and harmony. What was I talking about? The peace thing. And Archangel Haniel. These two come out a lot. Honor your feelings. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. See, what was I saying? Acknowledge that, right? Again, I go through it too. But then I do some self reflection. I ask myself, okay, why am I being hard on myself again? Oh, yeah, I forgot. And then I do something to get myself out of that. Then I'm on my way and I'm good to go, right? Archangel Raguel, peace and harmony says, thank you, Raguel, for surrounding me in a harmonious light. With all that gold aura energy there. Very, very bright. See, this card comes out a lot too. Look. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Guys, the message about trusting the guidance that you're being given through me, through your angels, other people, you can trust it. Even when it comes through fear. I am the messenger. Okay? They only speak divine truth here. And if it's going to trigger you, it's supposed to trigger you for a reason because there's some things you need to learn. There's some things you need to work on. And that's okay. All right? Your vibration, if it is sparkly, if you're getting goosebumps, if it makes you feel at peace, all right? And you feel like, oh, yeah, your body relaxes or whatever, you feel tingles, that is divine truth, okay? That information, that vibration you get, you can trust it because that is God confirming those things. So let's read the book as I always do. What's after that? Look, honor your beauty. Archangel Jophiel is there. We had that, I think, the last time or some other reading. Thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. What's at the top? Loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Your passed on loved ones have something to say to you. If God has been telling you to connect with them, if you've been told by somebody else to connect with them, this is the time to do it because they're drawing close. They're trying to reach you because they've got some messages to say. Okay. I'm hearing one of you has a warning from one of your somebody who's passed on. Grandmother, grandfather, brother, uncle, friend, maybe. Could be an ex-spouse or a spouse. Trust. Some of you are getting some downloads. Some of you are getting the messages. Some from the past on loved ones. I do handwritten letters from past on loved ones, guys, just so you know. If you click on the description box below and click on the link to the Capella Service Suite, just look for the handwritten letter from your past on loved one and you book it there. Or just go to capellawellness.com, click on the Capella Service Suite, scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a book with, I think, angel wings or something, and it says handwritten letter from past on loved one. That is the one you would book if you are wanting to get a letter from that person up in heaven. Okay. Let's look at the peace and harmony card. A wave of harmony is being washed over your life right now. Please trust that the angels are here to help you resolve any conflicts that have been disturbing your inner peace at this time. Take time to surrender to God and the angels any concerns you have about conflicts or arguments and allow them to lovingly guide you to peace. Wow. Was I not channeling that before, guys? You got to give this stuff to God. You guys, you're literally like having arguments or difficulties with people. The angels are asking you to stand down from any conflicts that are going on in your life right now. Take a step back and allow the angels in so they can restore the peace. They want you to know that they are aware of your challenges and the concerns you have, but until you trust them, nothing can change. Take heart. The angels of peace are here now, and they're encouraging you to let them to bring that. They're encouraging you to let them bring the matter to a fair and peaceful conclusion. What did I say about allowing God to take care of it? And if something you're having a difficulty, something goes wrong, and you're getting all flustered, and it's ruffling your feathers, like get to the centered place and ask yourself why you're allowing it to get to you so much. Give it to God. Raguel's name means friend of God, and he is the angel of harmony. He works very closely with those who call on him to bring an end to conflicts and challenges. He helps us to remember the importance of relationships, both romantically and personally. It is important to have good people around us. Raguel is one of the angels of justice, working closely with Michael and Zadkiel to resolve situations fairly for everyone's highest good. Call on him for help in creating harmonious bonds in your relationships. I just had a really weird thing happen right now. Apparently, I wasn't reading the words. It was already coming out. Like, I already knew what the book said because I felt like I wasn't reading. Anyway, I don't think that makes sense to anybody, but I'm just trying to figure out what just happened there. Honor your feelings. Archangel Haniel. Okay. You're allowed to be emotional. It's completely natural to express your emotions. The angels are encouraging you to acknowledge how you feel and express that in a positive and loving way. This is also you expressing to God. Like if you're pissed off, you're angry, talk to God. All right. If you're mad that something's taking so long, or you're just frustrated, whatever, or you're God, why am I going through these conflicts and challenges and arguments and things? Like what gives? What the hell's going on? You can talk to him like that. Okay. I've done this twice before. Oh my God. The amount of peace that came over me after me venting to God, thinking that I wasn't supposed to, you need to try it because wow. And God enlightens you if you are able to be receptive to what He has to say to you. You are a sensitive soul and probably more sensitive at this time, but this is great. And sensitivity is not a weakness, guys. It's a superpower. Okay. I had to learn that too. And my sensitivities have increased. So it's like, I can't be ashamed of that. That makes you human. And those of you who are more sensitive, there's either like autism there, starseed, rainbow children, crystal children, indigo children. That is okay because you're more tied to the angelic realm because of those frequencies, which is why you tend to be more sensitive than most. You are a sensitive soul and probably more sensitive at this time, but this is great. When you express your emotions, you're expressing how much you care about a situation. And when you begin to acknowledge how you feel, you come into a deeper alignment with yourself. Your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift from God. You are being encouraged to clear your emotions out by honoring how you feel and being honest with yourself. See what I mean? Being honest with yourself is important. You will then be able to express who you truly are and will come into alignment with the gifts and talents you have to share with the world. Caniel is a goddess archangel of the moon. Her name means the grace of God, and she is a powerful angelic force that helps us access our gifts and talents. She can help us unlock our empathic and intuitive abilities too. But in order for this to happen, we have to connect with the deepest emotions we're feeling now. Let Haniel support you in this and allow her moonlit aura to help you shine with grace. And if you haven't seen the moon lately, guys, still in Leo, I believe, it's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous moon. Oh, by the way, speaking of the full moon in Leo, I am going to set up the new moon in Aquarius activation. Um, Soon. I'm gonna run the poll on the Capella app, give some dates, see when some people are gonna be able to do it. That's a super moon, guys. We have a lot of stuff going on in February. It's gonna knock people's socks off. I was studying the astrology while I was eating today, because my son and I, we got the gator bites, and that was along with some other things, and that was our dinner. So we shared it, and he was doing something because he was meeting up with a friend online, and I was eating and studying the astrology for February. Dude, it's going to be very impactful. A lot of shocks, a lot of jarring things, a lot of surprises, things unexpected. I mean, we've got Pluto in Aquarius now, okay? And the sun's in Aquarius, and the moon's about to go into Aquarius on February 9th. And because it's a super new moon, that means emotions are heightened. It's moon's closer to the earth. It's going to affect us a lot more. A lot of Aquarian energy is scattered. It's disruptive. It's unexpected. It's ruled by Uranus. Well, um, Uranus is that planet, the rebel planet, right? Anyway, I'm saying that because they're reminding me of the full moon thing. Um, the activation that day is going to be incredibly powerful, but it's also going to help shield us from the shrapnel that's coming with the other transits that are happening for next month. Okay. So just be prepared for that. Um, by taking time out to wait, it says take time to breathe. I didn't know I was supposed to read that, but they want me to read part of it. By taking time out to breathe before you start your day or at the end to digest the events of the hours gone by, you will give yourself the time and space to review the positive experiences you had. When you rush around so much, you see less and don't get to enjoy the peace, the happiness, and the blessings. When you take time to breathe and enjoy the beautiful air, you will also begin to recognize the divine blessings and people in your life. You're here to enjoy life, not rush straight through it. So relax and breathe. As you do so, you will draw divine angels even closer to your heart. What did I say about the patience? Some of you are rushing things, or your ego's getting in the way, and you're misunderstanding something, or you misread something, you overlooked something, you assumed something, right? You're wanting things to happen faster or something, or you jumped the gun. I'm hearing jumping the gun. Trust your vibes. The angels are here to inform you that whatever you have been feeling recently is absolutely correct. Your intuition is on point, and the angels are here to congratulate you mm, on trusting, congratulate you, Six of Wands, on trusting your vibes. Feeling is one thing, but trusting is another. When you wholeheartedly trust in your intuition and the feelings you have been given, you come into alignment with who you are in the angelic guidance which surrounds you. Today is the day you must trust what your intuition is telling you, but also trust your guidance on what you should do with this situation. What do with this intuition? Ensure it is for everyone's highest good, and that includes yourself. Your psychic and intuitive abilities are developing more and more every day. The angels are here to encourage you to go with whatever you feel your soul has been trying to tell you. Rich intuitive and psychic knowledge is downloading into your core, and the angels are encouraging you to follow this guidance. As you take this step, it may bring up some fears or concerns, but you are encouraged to trust in the angels who are on this journey with you. When you take the first step, the next step will be presented to you. Trust your vibes. But you know what? They're already giving you a hint, guys. When you take that first step, it's gonna be a good one. You're gonna be victorious. Nothing's gonna go wrong. There's gonna be success. It's gonna move you to the next level, and then God's gonna make it a little bit easier for you. I think this card came out last week. Whoa, does anybody remember? I can't remember. Wow, I'm feeling a little bit of overwhelm from somebody, or it could be there's, oh, holy cow. That's why I said to take time to breathe. That's why they had me read it. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, I heard the words "you can do it." It's like somebody just got really hit by a wave of emotion, anxiety, overwhelm. It's like you're about to do something. It's like a big, huge leap of faith. Wow, that was weird. Whew, my heart was almost about to jump out of my chest there. Okay, guys, while I am shuffling the guidance here for you, um, I want you guys to put down in the chat suggestions for the names. The blue unicorn here and the green one. Okay. I was guided to ask you guys to name the unicorns. And then I'm going to go, my guys are telling me I'm going to go by my intuition to see which ones I should pick. Okay. So if any of you want to participate, if you want to name the blue unicorn and the green unicorn, different names, of course, go ahead and put in the chat any names that you suggest. You can put multiple names too, right? Just kind of like, well, maybe I may need to do this intuitively, like one name for the blue unicorn and one name for the green. I'm hearing these are somebody's favorite colors. I just got a weird hit. One counterpart's favorite color is green and the other one's blue. That's what I heard. I'm also hearing Blue Bloods. I think that's a TV show. All right, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Fans, playing series. Please read us for highest good. What guidance do we have for the coming week, Holy Spirit, with these other messages? Jesus, Mary, Mother, Mother Mary, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. If you guys are new here, you don't know, this is my very own Star into Your Power deck. It's a very powerful self-empowerment, self-improvement deck. It is available for sale on my store in capellawellness.com. If you go to capellawellness.com/shop, you will be able to see this deck. I am having a pre-order for my masculine shadow deck. That will be great for your shadow stuff. Okay. It's $10 off now for the pre-order. Once the pre-order is done, it goes back to regular price. I also have a Divine Masculine Unspoken Words deck, and it's for sale in my shop too. Oh, top of the deck is Sing Your Heart Out. Bottom of the deck is Be Understanding. Okay, but they want me to shuffle it. 999. An important phase or cycle in your life is coming to an end. For those of you who are aligned, all right, you kept going no matter what. You said, okay, God, I'm not seeing anything happening. I'm just going to keep doing what you called me to do. I'm going to be obedient. I haven't seen anything yet, but that doesn't mean I should stop, right? You got to keep the train moving. You're still addicted to this. Let go. Some of you maybe are addicted, like, I want this cycle to end. It's been 3 years. It's been 6 years. I mean, can it end already? Why has it been so long? Why haven't I seen anything, right? That could be for others of you. You keep doing that. It's not helping you. It's not helping you. Divine timing, guys. And if you are in a divine counterpart connection, it's not going to happen when you want it. You can try to manifest all the freaking rituals and shit and divine union and whatever, doing all these things. You can do the work. You can anchor in energies. You can, do whatever to help with that. But it's not going to bring union to you any faster because God already has a set place and a time. He's making sure you are in alignment with the date, the time, the astrological transits. And I just heard for somebody, there's something here about a union happening in the month of February. So, Jason, I'm going to have to talk about this in a separate class because there's so much going on in February. They want me to discuss the astrological transits to help the collective navigate it, but I'm going to have that as a class. February 16th is a big day, but they don't want me to say what's going on that day. Um, it's a big day. So is February 5th, so is February 9th, and I think the 23rd. So anyway, so Jason, you're pretty on point with picking up the other day on February 16th because that's a big day astrologically, but we'll get that. That's a whole other thing. So some of you, yeah, you're still addicted to wanting some sort of cycle to end. You need it. Like, look, I've done the work. It's been so long. I haven't seen any results. When is it going to finish? I mean, can we have union already? Can we just like get on with this? No, no, and no. For some of you, it is coming, okay? Because some of you are aligned. You've been patient. If you continue to be impatient, guess what you're doing? You're getting out of alignment with divine feminine energy. Impatience is a distorted feminine energy quality, not a divine feminine energy. In order for you to manifest the physical union, you still need to be in alignment with your harmonious feminine energy, having the equilibrium with your masculine and feminine energies balanced, right? I mean, that is equilibrium. But for those of you who are impatient, you're out of alignment. That's the truth here, guys, because distorted feminines are impatient. They want things to cycle out on their time. They want things to end on their time. They want things to finish up on their time, not on God's time. A true divine feminine Christ, a true empress, understands this, that everything comes when it's ready, that everything comes when it's accomplished, and everything is done according to God's will in His time. So if you're still dealing with that, there's a block there because that impatience is actually hindering. It's getting you out of alignment. If you're still addicted to something, you gotta let it go. You probably know already what it is. Maybe it's self sabotage. Maybe it's beating yourself up. You're still addicted to being hard on yourself. You're still addicted to drugs or to uh, eating very poorly, seeking validation outside of yourself, um, not getting enough sleep. You name it. Maybe you're addicted to tarot. Okay. And you're probably hearing all these things about union and stuff, and it's been 3 years and you're not hearing anything. You're getting impatient, frustrated. It's like, when the hell's going to end? You just got to keep doing your mission work. You got to keep moving forward. This is why when you're watching that stuff, God's trying to give you a little bit of a hype that you will get there. But if you're getting out of alignment with your feminine energy and you're just like, okay, I'm so sick and tired of this, just end already. No, that's an ego thing. Okay. It's closer than you think. See, for those of you who are aligned, it is about to manifest. There's a strong energy with the February transits for some of the counterparts. Okay. February could very well be a huge month for some of the counterparts. And I think I was channeling that before. And I did channel Pisces season. Part of February, the end of February is Pisces season. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. That's the final closing out of the cycle, of the astrological cycle. Pisces closes out the astrological year. But again, some of you are like, here, it's close, it's close, it's close, it's going to end, it's going to end. And you're like, you're addicted or you're trying to figure out, when is it going to end? When is my manifestation happening? When is my union happening? When blah, 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 blah. Let go of that. That is hangman energy. Let go of the outcome. You're at a pause for a reason. You're not stuck. They're orchestrating things. It's a divine, it's a major arcana. Same thing with the Lover's card. The alignment piece is working for some of you if you've been working on the alignment piece. Patience is the hangman. You're being recalibrated. You are fully being prepared for the union. You just gotta be patient. and you keep moving forward. You keep doing what God has asked you to do and stop focusing so much on when it's going to end, when it's going to happen, whatever, whatever. For some of you, the astrology will tell you a time frame, if not closer or around a certain date, but a lot is dealing with the alignment of the planets. But again, there are like one or two of you. You are inching closer to permanent union. Oh, God. Holy shit. I think I know what's happening. I'm feeling the energies of the counterpart collective that is about to come into physical, harmonious, sacred union. It is big. It is powerful. It's, geez, guys, I've never felt such a strong, overwhelmed pull of energy. And it's not negative energy. It's just, holy shit. It's big. And my guides are telling me I'm gonna have to like cut this shorter than normal because the energy is massive. Wow. Holy fuck. They said, look at the card underneath. I'm not wrong, guys, but this is only for some of you. The others of you, this is giving you encouragement that this will happen when you continue on your journey and you just work on the alignment piece. I do have divine feminine vibrational alignment packages in on my website. If you go to capellawellness.com slash capella hyphen tarot hyphen, just go to capellawellness.com. I forgot the URL fully. It's under Capella Tarot Packages. If you're in the mobile app, go to memberships and packages. I thought I fixed that page. I have to check again because Wix did something funky because I fixed that and my mobile app. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know why it didn't register my changes. But anyway, it's another here or there. If you just go to the mobile website, okay, and you guys want to look at the packages where they're not scattered all over the place, go to capellawellness.com and click on the packages section in the header, and you'll see a more clean view, and you'll see all the benefits at once, okay? Or you can hit the drop down to see the benefits. But anyway, I do have a Divine Feminine Vibrational Alignment package. Some of you, I highly recommend, you're being recommended to um, get that package because there's a big alignment thing, but there's also to help you to stay in alignment. All right. That's why I have those packages. So 1010, union energies are very strong right now. That's why I'm feeling it, guys. Holy shit, man. I just heard for myself, you got to get a lot more sleep after this is done. I might sleep all the way up until the games start because I'm not missing the championship games for anything. 336 material and monetary needs will be met as you serve your life's purpose. This is very important. If you've been seeing this number a lot, you're in alignment and you know that your material monetary needs will be met as you serve your life's purpose. You're not getting hung up anymore in the money piece of this. You fully understand that God has got your back every step of the way. Oh my God. I can't even touch the card, guys. Listen, every time you use this deck, it's the same thing for me. it gets more powerful, it gets more powerful, it gets more powerful, the energies get stronger. I have a crazy feeling, I don't know, I can't even touch the whole deck anymore because now I'm feeling even stronger waves of high vibrational energy coming from it. It's like, again, this, I know it sounds crazy, but I can't even touch that card because I touched that card and it's just like the energy. It's that's why the physical body's got to be able to handle it, guys. That's why you got to work on so many things for your physical body to handle the light, to handle that energy, because it is massive. And breath work is important. Okay. I'm telling you, some of you, it's getting closer and closer and closer. If it feels like your breathing is being constricted, you feel a tightness in your heart. Like if you're feeling what I'm feeling right now, it's tremendous. I also feel like I'm all of a sudden having an out of body experience. Yeah, I'm going through some weird shit right now. I was not expecting this in this thing. So, wow. Okay. Anyway, um, does anybody, yeah, 1010. Was anybody needing a donation reading today? Now, by the way, if even if you don't want a reading, you can still make a donation as an exchange of energy. I mean, if you want to look at it, this is a free reading. If you want to put in a donation as an exchange of energy for the guidance given here, you can do that. You don't have to tell me anything, okay? I'm not gonna, I don't have the notification up. So if you want to, sow a seed, as they say, and, share something, it doesn't have to be anything big, okay? Whatever you put in, it'll be recognized by God, right? But I don't know, they wanted me to say that, but um, I forgot to check the chat because I know I asked you guys for some names, but I don't know if anybody put any names in here. Oh, hi Yashi. I just read your message. You saw the letter. You're welcome. I'm glad that it helped you. Oh, Cody, I just read that your grandmother had passed away 3 years ago. So yeah, your grandma was probably trying to connect with you to tell you something. Oh, Cody, you have autism? Your family made you feel like it was a curse when you were growing up? That's sad. That's very tough, and my heart goes out to you for that. Your favorite color is blue? I had a feeling that the masculine's favorite color is blue. We were looking at the rainbow spectrum, and the feminine's favorite color is green. Yeah. Also, February 16 resonates with you, Cody? Okay. Anyway, does anybody need anything? Because my guides are like, if anybody needs anything, speak now, forever hold your peace. Because if not, I'm closing out because I've got to rest big time. So, but it's crazy because I'm feeling some like insane activation or something like that. Like I'm feeling a massive, massive, massive shift right now. Wow. I'm telling you, thank God I have the acoustic guitar music on because it's helping me tremendously. That song's called Mila's Wish. Somebody's wish is about to come true, like really soon. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go hold a separate live to talk about the transits. February is a big month. There's got to be a lot of shocks, surprises. It's Uranus energy. Expect the unexpected, guys. Especially those who are Aquarius, Sun and rising. The moons will be affected, but I'm feeling it stronger for Aquarian Sun, Aquarian rising, because Pluto is now in that sign. Hey, Mojo, how are you? What's going on? Yep, February is gonna be big for the collective, like the whole planet. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Because aren't you Gemini Sun, Jojo? Yeah, because I'm Aqua Moon too. Yep, I've been seeing some big things myself. There's been, especially with the manifestation of things, and I actually talked about that at the beginning of this video, this live. Anyway, um, okay, so I guess probably for the first time ever, I'm not doing a personal reading. That's probably a big sign for me. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, Mojo. Are you allowed to share your year? Do you want to share your year you were born? Don't tell me it was 80. Okay, so no, because you got Virgo rising. My Venus is in Cancer. We have very similar birth charts with your Sun, Moon, and Venus. Ah, 72. Okay. Your rising is different from mine. Mine's Leo. Okay. Wow, we got three in the same placements. How cool is that? And that's my birthday. June 3rd's my birthday. That is creepy. Exactly 8 years older. Cappy North Node. Yep. But anywho, that's cool. All right, guys. Wow. I think that's a big sign for me because I'm not doing well. I did do personals. That's probably why my guides wanted me to do those at the beginning. I guess God knew I wasn't going to do anything after. So, um, you've aged well. Well, I mean, you're a Gemini. It's a youthful sign, right? So, what you should. 72. Oh, candle went out. Yeah, so February is gonna be something. Venus is gonna conjunct Mars too. I mean, yeah, Mars. It's funny because I read everything and I'm just like, my guides are like kind of not having me remember what I read. Actually, hold on, guys. I didn't want to click on that. Um, hold on. Yeah, Venus is going to be entering Aquarius on the 16th. It's going to be a lot of planets in Aquarius. So, if you guys know what house your Aquarius is in, that's where a lot of things are going to be happening. A lot of things are going to be unexpectedly changing, shifting, releasing, starting, ending. Because remember, Pluto is death and rebirth. And then February 19th is going to be a big day too. And for me, Aquarius is my seventh house of relationships. So I'm already seeing it. And the transit hasn't even happened yet, but that's like Pluto's already in Aquarius. So my moon's in there, seventh house. So I'm like, this is going to be so interesting for me. So interesting. I'm excited about it because, there is excitement that comes with this Uranian energy, right? This Aquarian energy. It's like it's amplifying things for sure. Venus and Gemini. Yeah, so, but that's what it is. But again, there's a whole bunch more stuff going on in February. So it's gonna be not just in our personal lives, guys, but the whole world. So again, be prepared. And what I'm also being told, not only am I feeling the grounding, I'm hearing the grounding of the um, permanent unions for those in this wave that's coming up. That for a lot, it's gonna be starting in February. I'm also feeling the energies coming in with what's coming down the pike collectively. 'Cause a lot of things are going to be disrupted. That is Uranian energy. Upended, I'm hearing a lot of changes in technology and, kind of, I'm hearing the rising of the people because that is, Aquarius. A lot of major shifts, a lot of big things surfacing, truths coming to light because Aquarius is also truth. Um, Big shocking news I'm hearing. Um, I'm hearing technology is going to detect something. It's almost like I'm hearing a lie detector. Technology is going to like disprove or prove things in a big way. Hi, Yasmin. I'm only doing donation readings, so if you would like for me to do a love reading for you, I can do a donation. The menu for those things is in the description box. Okay. Hello, Vanessa. Vanessa Mouse, how are you? Welcome. Yes, technology, surges, and innovations. Yeah, a lot of big things in that. Um, that's a good question if Instagram's going to exist in 2024. But you know what, guys? Here's a heads up. YouTube might not exist either, or something may happen to this platform. But I don't want to say too much to that. I've been picking up on that for a few years now, which is why I built what I did on my website because I saw a vision of it, so I had to do something on my website to prepare for it. So, so if you are watching me right now and you would like to continue to follow me and either they wipe my channel out or all of YouTube just doesn't function anymore, I will still be able to do this on my platform. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about Instagram either because I'm still going to be able to get my messages out, but not on these platforms. I'll be able to do it on my own. So if you haven't downloaded my mobile app already, you already will get information on how to access other things like these so you can continue to get your tarot readings, your videos. You can continue to see me live or whatever, but on a different platform. Yeah, it's going to be fine though. But what's going to happen is some people are going to be excited about it. Other people are going to lose their shit. Oh my God, I don't have this technology anymore. Oh my God, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Facebook, I don't have YouTube, I don't have this. It's like social media. It that could very well change massively, right? And then some people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is happening? I can't live without social media. I can't live without my phone. I can't," you know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna start with February for sure. And remember, Pluto will be in Aquarius up until it goes retrograde in September, and then no, it goes back into Capricorn during the retrograde in September, if I'm not mistaken. But November 19th of this year is when it goes back into Aquarius, and it will stay there for about 20 years. Pluto being a completely new, erratic, like out there alien sign, right? For 20 years. So we're at the start of like a massive Earth revolution, if you want to call it that. Get ready, guys. When this transit is done 20 years later, it's not going to look the same at all. It's not going to look the same at all. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting because I was thinking about my YouTube channel and stuff, and that's why they're having me scale back on some things. I'm paying more attention to the work that I'm doing on my platform. There's a lot more content on capellawellness.com. And if you have the mobile app, that app has a lot of stuff on there. But of course, not all the content is accessible to everybody because my guys don't want it to be that way. But should something happen where YouTube is gone and I'm still gonna put my other videos that I do on here on my platform, I will transition to that. And I won't upload them here. I'll upload them over there. But I already have a lot of extra content on my website, but it's more so you have a handheld phone, right? So you can use the app and you can get all of your extra content in the palm of your hand, right? Um, so there's all that there. And then there's a community there too, right? You get to meet other people, you get to still have the support from other people in that community. So that's why for some of you, highly encouraging, if you feel drawn. I mean, it's a thing. I can't force you to do it, but I'm just explaining things where, um, you know, that may be for some other people what if they really are going through a hard time with what's coming down the pike, that would be a great place to kind of connect with people to, get the soul tribe support that you need. Um, yep, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was during that time. And 1776 when the Constitution was written, right? It's when we had the American Revolution, we had the French Revolution, and lots of shit were changing. America was born during the last Pluto in Aquarius, right? Who's to say where America's gonna be, the US is gonna be by the end of this? I don't know, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I mean, sure, there's gonna be some big changes, and sure, we're all gonna be challenged in some capacity, but I'm ready for it. I've been through so much crazy stuff. It's like God's been preparing me, right? God's been preparing all of us, and some of us are more going to be more prepared than most. Yeah, it's going to be worldwide. It's going to be so fucking different. It's not even going to be funny. I mean, crazy, crazy shit. But I mean, it's needed. It's needed. That's why Pluto and Uranus are there. They go doing their checks. This is not alignment. This is not what we're supposed to be. Well, nope. This is not working for the planet. We're gonna oust this. We're gonna tear this down. We're gonna implode. Right? Breaking down to build things back up, but that are better. Restructuring. It's like a massive awakening of the planet. It's a massive uh, renewal, trying to build from the ground up. Anyway, I'm gonna go because my guys are saying I need to go get my rest so that I can continue to withstand these very, very potent energies that are coming through. So I pray that this helped you. Thank you so very much for your love, your support. This might be the shortest live I've ever done, if I'm not mistaken. So that's also a huge sign for me in itself. So I love it. I love how these things are played out. But again, don't forget to illuminate the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Share this with somebody so they can watch the playback. Maybe share it with yourself, bookmark it or something. You may need to watch this over again. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to, if you're interested in downloading the free mobile app, there's a link to that in the description box. If you go to capellawellness.com on your mobile phone, you'll see something at the top that says join the app or something, and you can join the app straight from there. Um, all of my other services, all of my other things that you may want to know are in the description box. Or if you just feel like you have some downtime, you want to do some navigating, go to capellawellness.com and check out everything that's there. You can even read my bio or read whatever else is there. or check out all my other services or packages or memberships even. A membership would be fantastic for some of you to invest in. Um, you can get my daily guidance videos, my card of the week extended videos, whatever. All right. If you have any questions about anything at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. If you download my mobile app and you don't already have it, you can directly message me from that app. You don't have to go through email, you don't have to call me up, whatever, send a text message on my phone. Do it through the app. You can find me there, and when I'm able to respond, I will respond to you. Well, thanks for stopping by, Mojo. I appreciate it. You take care too. Yeah, we're not going to fear next month. It's just going to be a really impactful, transformative month. That's what it's going to be. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so very much. Um, don't forget to take care of you, your energies. Do something for you today all day. If you're gonna watch the championship games today, because it's technically Sunday where I'm at, enjoy, have a great time. That's it's funny because my family's going to the fair today, but my son and I went Saturday because I'm watching those games. Sunday's my football day. All right, so enjoy. Have a beautiful week. Okay, keep praying, keep shining, keep trusting. Um, keep shining your light. All right, and don't let anybody dim it. If you need my help for anything, don't hesitate to ask me. And I pray that you have a wonderful week. All right. God willing, I will be back the next Saturday. I don't know what date that is, but you guys all know what next Saturday is. All right, guys. I will see you next time, God willing. All right. Anybody want to say anything in the chat? No, I'm done. All right, guys. Good night. Bye.